but I still think you need to know what you're doing when everything slows down. And we saw the Rockets 2 years in a row, like famously when they missed 27 threes. Those threes get a lot tougher when it's a game 7, you're tired, the other team's used to you, and the nerves are coming in, and that basket suddenly looking a little smaller. What's your plan B?
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Harden is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Tucker in at the center. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center, locking down the middle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And what you love about Tatum is that scoring gene, but with efficiency, both from the field and the line.
And the second free throw, good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Outside Gordon. Now here's Tucker, defended by Tice. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Walker. The kick out to Brown. Right side Tatum. Pass to Tice. Good D by Covington. Bill, when it comes to opinions on... Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
There's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. And that's Sixth Man of the Year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't the star.
The offensive rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Shoots. It's hauled in by Brown.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Now, here's Tucker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Knocks it loose. Here's Westbrook. 2 points. That one goes. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
They were connecting, and when they're connecting like that, they're hard to beat. Their accuracy from outside, just incredible.
Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, that with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly.
And
There's nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second-team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do, too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And
I really care
Our name
about
is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah. I also, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. They're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Tatum deciding where to go with it.
The offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. You had to bring much faster help than that.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Brown kicks to Tice. And here's Walker outside. Westbrook with the nice D there.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. House is checked in. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Up top, Walker. He's covered by Westbrook. Shot's good by Walker.
Although Walker is just 6'1", he possesses impressive strength, as he showed right there.
Here's Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 11.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Here's Walker. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Pass to Tice. And Gordon Hayward, obviously a tremendous performer. Bill, where do you rank him against other wings in the NBA now?
Probably one of the best all-around wings, I would say. And I think it's pretty easy to forget that there's a reason the Celtics are paying this guy almost $30 million a year. He was one of the top 15 players in the league. He was a borderline franchise player on a top 8 playoff team. And he's just really good, and he's efficient. So when you talk about a team like the Celtics where, you got to share the ball. Tatum needs more shots. Everybody's got to have a little. He's the perfect guy to have because he's happy going 8 for 15.
Well, this is Brown's game. He loves to drive the ball. He likes to challenge defenders to stop him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Houston. They're on a 14-5 run here. Westbrook against Walker. And it's Westbrook missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the paint. With the shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Passes to Tucker. Dishes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Tice finds Walker. Hayward outside. The train. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A guy who's really improved as a three-point shooter. That's taken Hayward's game to another level.
Now Westbrook. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. And Jason Tatum. His rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went up a lot in the playoffs. And then the second year, just for whatever reason, his compass was off track.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like, if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant and some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple years, they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times last year, which is crazy. That's not even one free throw attempt a quarter.
Yeah.
So he should be in the 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. I hope you're listening, Jason.
He is. He's playing, actually.
He's playing me right now.
Yes,
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
And he makes both free throws. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against Memphis.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They looked totally in sync, GA. I mean, they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
Walker's shot is off.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Harden finds Westbrook. A second chance effort. And the layup is good. Westbrook's got 15.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And the pass to Tice.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Celtics have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
He misses the free throw. Boston making some changes. Marcus Smart's checked in for Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And a change for the Rockets. Green's checked in. And he sinks the second. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 10-point lead. Bill, if you're building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's turning 25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I think.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Brown against Harden. Outside Westbrook. He tries for 3. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And that one, good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
He kicks it to House. From deep, Harden. That one's not going to go. Now Boston takes it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. So here's Westbrook after the basket by Boston. It's blocked. Here's Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
It's something we saw a lot from Brown as an amateur, the ability to draw fouls and get to the line.
The Celtics have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
Jaylen Brown. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. The Rockets also changing it up. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore has come in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. And Brown drops them both. In watching Jaylen Brown, sometimes, Billy looks like a future star. Other times, he struggles. Now, he's only a couple years into this league, and I get that, but what do you think he needs to do to gain more consistency with this game?
I'm actually a huge Jaylen Brown fan. The last 4 months of the season, he became a really good two-way player. And I think the model for him potentially is Paul George, because he had a lot of the same checkpoints that Paul George did.
Great comparison.
Paul George is somebody that the first couple years of his career didn't go to the line very much, which I always like to look at to see, especially with a forward, if they're going to actually become a real scorer, you want those free throw attempts to be kind of in the 7, 8, 9 range. Jaylen Brown doesn't get to the line, but Paul George didn't either. And I think he's such a good athlete. He's a really smart basketball player. And I think he plays hard. And I think that was a weird situation that he was in last year. And he was one of the only ones that got better as the year went along.
He plays hard. You saw something in his eye. I don't think he liked coming off the bench.
He didn't. I think he's really good.
And that'll prompt Brad Stevens to break right here. Timeout taken. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Third is Jaylen Brown.
Just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Yeah, Greg, and with their range, they stretch out opposing defenses. So even when they're not shooting threes well, they're still making an impact.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball, drills it from outside. Wanamaker's got 5.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? I love the fact we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back three that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, and I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the Americans style.
100% agree.
Guys move without the ball. give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. Rivers can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 9. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Left side, Williams. Back to Wanamaker. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound.
Rebounding might not be his #1 priority, but you wouldn't know it from tonight. He's down there outplaying the big guys.
Green kicks to Carroll. And some nice passing there by Houston. Back to Westbrook. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice.
Enes Kanter.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 9 points. And here's Kanter. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Wanamaker. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Rivers. Good work defensively by Smart. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Dance team. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Houston gets called for the foul. For Boston, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Enes Kanter will be at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Houston leading by 6. Here's Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Look, it's always awesome to see Gordon take it to the rim, adding more wrinkles to his offensive game. Sick.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Yeah, there it is again.
On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Carroll. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Now here's McLemore, guarded by Smart. Bounce pass Gordon. From deep. Rebound Boston.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Smart against Rivers. Pass to McLemore. Rivers with it. 23 points his last outing. Outside Gordon. Houston needs to get a shot up. Here's Carroll. Green breaking loose. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. To the inside. And the slam by Williams.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. And the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
Brown outside. Front pass the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brown's got 8 points.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Passes it to McLemore. And it's off from 3-point range. The Celtics have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Wanamaker can't tie it up as that one's no good. Houston in the lead. Green dishes to Rivers. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. And Green gets it to go. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Wanamaker. He's got 9. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now, here's Green. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. That one, no good. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Nice shot by Smart.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Danuel House is checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Harden in for Austin Rivers. Outside, Smart. Outside, Walker. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
So it's the Celtics now. Right side Tatum. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Memphis.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible. And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Walker, bounce pass. Tatum passes to Smart. And there it is for him. And now a 5-point Celtic lead.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot. But he's more about team.
Now the pass to Tucker. Shot to stop the run. It's good from long range.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Here's the floater. And the rejection by Harden. Inside, here's Gordon, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, Gordon.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Outside, Smart. That's a two-pointer from Walker, and it's Boston with another.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. I mean, such a clever player in the pick and rolls. I mean, Walker's fantastic at making things happen.
Back to Harden. Outside, Covington. In the corner, it's Gordon. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Gordon's got 10 points in the game.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Walker against Harden. Here's Hayward. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Hayward's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's not easy trying to guard Hayward. Amazing at getting space off the pick.
Here's Harden. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Tatum. 3-pointer. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Houston the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Covington. The rebound by the Celtics. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook in for Gordon. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. Good on both. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. They trail by 1. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off for the slam. He has just unreal hops.
Pass to Smart. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Smart's got 8 points. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here is House. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Houston again with the bucket.
It makes a big difference when Tucker is hitting the mid-range J. I mean, it keeps the D off balance.
Outside, Walker. Off target from outside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicks to House. Now Westbrook, 23 points in the game. Harden outside, 6 on the shot clock. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Walker the pass to Tice. Back to Walker. Back to Tice. 3-pointer, Hayward. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harden has a wide open look, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 5-point Houston lead. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. There's Walker with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Westbrook kicks to House. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Celtics ball.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Boston. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And you know, for the Celtics, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
Well, yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it and it's worked to perfection.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you
want
want.
to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
And, GA, what a pleasure talking with Bill about this game. He brings that super fan perspective.
From a young child watching games at the Garden, and you sense he's never lost that wonder and enthusiasm.
And here's Walker. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Walker. And again, it's Boston converting.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
3-pointer on the way. Westbrook can't get it to go. Boston's gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Smart kicks to Tatum. 29 seconds left here in the second. They recover it. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Harden. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Now, I thought maybe the D would figure him out as the game went along. Looks like he's figured them out in this first half.
And here's Walker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Rockets on top, up 3. We'll see you after halftime for the... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Westbrook in at the 1.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Tatum's shot is off. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, Walker. Now the dish to Hayward. Brown outside. Gordon against Hayward. Covington with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Celtics trail by 11. Walker finds Hayward. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Clock at 6. Passes it to Walker. They need this. That shot missing. Westbrook with the nice D there.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. It's always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is the shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Mutombo. Oh, come on,
I bet.
Go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get our shot blockers.
Everybody starts as a kid, pure heart, and they turn their head. Remember, all that they know is traumatized, freedom jeopardized. You just want to win. What's a smile when you? He ain't trying to go in. 5 years later, all that is just a flashback. Digital glass, he used to run with it. Now we a good boy.
This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. 5th best, Robert Covington.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And here's Brown outside. Boston again missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Here's Walker, following the score by Houston. Tice finds Tatum. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Harden. 1st in scoring, 8th in steals, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Tatum's shot is off.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Houston. Walker the pass to Tice. Back to Walker. Looking to get it going. Here's Brown. And the layup is good. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by the Rockets.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the pass to Tucker. Over Hayward. They grab their own miss. Covington with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 17.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Walker against Westbrook. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
When you have Walker handling the pick and roll, you have to feel confident. Just masterfully shredding the D with his passes.
Rockets leading by 15. Now here's Westbrook. He has 31. Shoots over Walker. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 6 rebounds in the game. Tatum passes to Walker. And here's Hayward. Brown feeling out a bit. Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Harden. Chalk up 2 there. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot up.
His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And he gets it to go. And that's 12 points for Jaylen Brown.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Carroll passes to Rivers. McLemore inside the line. And that one hits back iron.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Rivers with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Gordon. And Green now, top of the key. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 13. And here's Walker outside. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten him down. I mean, he's still gunning. I guess he's still trying to contribute.
Here's Walker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And so Walker nails both of them.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one every time.
Rivers passes to McLemore. Drains the three-pointer. McLemore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Houston leading by 12. Rivers kicks to McLemore. Pass to Gordon. Puts up a three. And another three for Houston.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Walker the pass to Canner. Outside Williams. Pass to Walker. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, one in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Rivers passes to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Back to Rivers. And it's Carroll in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Gordon kicks to Carroll. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. And it's blocked by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rivers gets an open look and hits. Rivers has got his first 2 points of the night.
And his coaches and teammates trust Rivers. This is why he feels comfortable pulling up like this.
And Walker kicks to Cantor. Brown against Green. Back to Cantor. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Eric Gordon. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Celtics trail by 12. Brown with it, picked up by Rivers. And it's Brown missing. Houston's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointer since halftime. They're 4 of 7. The shot by House is no good. Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Smart on the wing. Carroll covering. Smart deciding where to go with it. Over Gordon. Kanter trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for Wanamaker. He's putting up 6 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games.
Take a break.
1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Rivers hits both of them. Celtics trail by 12. Down low, here's Cantor. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Cantor's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Rivers passes to McLemore. Now Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Cantor. He's got 7. It's rebounded by Houston. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown's got the ball, and then Brown with the dunk.
Look to run. Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
Rockets leading by 10. Rivers surveying the D. It's good. He has 6. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Passes it to Cantor. Here's Williams, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
No good on that one. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington comes in for Daniel House. James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. And he's good on the second.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G.A., I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The 8-footer. They get it again on the wing. Brown. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown will be at the line shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harden outside. Fires the three. Misses there.
Smothering defense by Smart. He's about as good as it gets on that end of the floor.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Celtics trail by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Jaylen Brown out there with Smart. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Westbrook. Goes back up and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Shooting for Houston, Russell Westbrook at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's just a great feeling. Yeah, keep giving them that shot. Bad things will happen.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Now, here's Westbrook. Here's Harden on the wing. No good with the triple.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Westbrook pitch to McLemore. Outside Westbrook, trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Smart, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third personal foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. There's the double team with Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Tatum. G right on him. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end. Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Has a great feel for where defenders are on the court. Tatum navigates himself nicely.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Westbrook. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Smart. Covington against Tatum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harden gets the bucket.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Smart passes to Tice. It's Brown on the wing. The pass to Hayward. From about 16. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Tice. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 6th assist on the night.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch. Yeah, there's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
And he can't get the first one. Kemba Walker is checked in for Jaylen Brown. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. He hits the second from the line. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Walker with the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Westbrook. Bucket is good. Westbrook's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Smart on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Smart misses. Here's Covington. Harden outside. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the tray. Harden's got 33.
The unique lefty stroke of Harden. He's become incredibly consistent from deep.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Now here's Westbrook. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out. Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Well, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching the team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Celtics trail by 7. Now Walker. Looking to get back on track here, and it's denied.
And you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
Now here's Gordon. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Boston. Tice has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Smart. The shot off that time. And it's Houston the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Covington with the bucket.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive at shooting right off the pass.
And here's Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Good D by Covington.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Offensive rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
At the line of the Rockets, Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Westbrook. And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. And so Westbrook makes them both.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Now here's Hayward. Pass to Tice. Back to Hayward. Shoots over Covington. Hayward can't hit. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Here's Tice. The Rockets making the shot. Hayward on the wing, defended by Gordon. To end the drought, Hayward can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. It's a 14-point game. Plays it up and banks it in.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete who somehow muscles in tough shots.
Outside Westbrook. Count it, good. Westbrook's got 43 points.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Now, here's Tice. It's rebounded by Houston.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, but Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
Both free throws good from Tucker. And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots. I mean, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Celtics trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his. Walker against Westbrook. The shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's 20 points for Kemba Walker.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Step back on that one and let it fly. And now that's 35 points for James Harden. Brown the pass to Tatum. Tice with the ball. Defended by Covington. Pass to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown. Walker's got 22.
What concentration from the wily guard. Walker getting the best of the defense that time.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Outside Westbrook. Shot from 12. Harden, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
But you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Buries it from three-point range. And now it's up to 25 points for Kemba Walker. Rockets leading by 13. Harden with it. Count that one. Harden's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
Well, GA, this is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Really left alone that time.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
Outside Westbrook. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
At the line for the Rockets, Russell Westbrook taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Theis. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Russell Westbrook.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Harden against Brown. Here is Harden. So Houston wins it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.